Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mimi Titan of the Lily's Bakery. In today's video, I will be decorating a 4-layered, 4-flavored 8-inch cake for a client who ordered this beautiful yummy piece for his wife. And so, for this order, I made the vanilla cake, the red velvet cake, the chocolate cake, and the orange cake. All layers are insanely yummy, and trust me, you would not regret trying these flavors. The combo is excellent. So, to start, I am stacking and leveling each cake layers. So, as to start designing the cake. So at this stage, I'm just trimming and leveling each layer. I'll do this with all cake layers until cake is being completely stacked. So this order came in from a client who is ordering this birthday cake for his lovely wife. He's ordering this birthday cake for his lovely wife, and so he allowed me to explore any options of cake flavors I would want to make for her, and these are the flavors that I came up with. And before starting decorations, I always wash my hands on the running water with a hand wash, and I also clean all working tools with vinegar so as to make sure that everything is neat and healthy enough for consumption. So you need to always do that before you start your cake decorating. Here I'm crumb coating. As you're aware, I always emphasize on crumb coating as it helps with the cake decoration. This stage is not a stage to take lightly as it will affect the final result. Crumb coating is very important in cake decorating, as I always emphasize. So guys, if you're still watching, please remember to subscribe, like, and also comment where you're watching from. Tell me what you have learned from my videos so far. And if there's any other thing you would like to learn, please leave it in the comment section so as I would bring it to life. So guys, if you're still watching, do remember to subscribe, like, and share with friends who are interested in starting a career in baking, or who love to do home baking for family and friends, etc., just share the video, watch, enjoy, and learn. So, this is a second coat. This is also a chrome coat, but a thicker one. I always do this with my colored cakes, buttercream cakes. So for the colored buttercream cakes, I do not find it interesting when the color lays directly on the cake after the first crumb coat. So I do a second coat, which is thicker, so as to reduce the concentration of a food coloring on the cake. So I do a thicker coat, and then lastly lay my colored buttercream. So I will lightly coat this until it goes round, and then I will add my colored buttercream. And for this cake, we will be using red buttercream. At this stage, you would also want to smooth out the sides and level the top. So as this coat will not obstruct the final coat. So for this coat, it does not need to be evenly perfect, but so long as it's well covered, it's a base you can work on. So you don't need to be so perfect with this base, so long as it's something you can work on. So here I'll just continue to smoothen out the cake with the plain buttercream until I'm satisfied with this light covering. It doesn't necessarily need to be perfect, so long as it's well covered. Then I'll smoothen it out and begin to go in with my red buttercream, which is the basic color and icing of the cake. At this stage, I'll smoothen out the top to remove the excess. I'll just neatly smoothen out the top to remove the excess, and then begin to go in with my red buttercream. Here I'm just mixing it up again to make sure that it's all the air bubbles have gone out and everything is smooth and silky and ready for use. I've added in some more plain buttercream so I could have enough red buttercream. And here I've started applying the entire buttercream to the top of the cake. I've applied a generous amount, and then I'll spread out and smoothen the top. Once it's smooth enough, I'll begin to cover the sides of the cake with the red buttercream. At this stage, I'll apply generous amounts and cover every side of the cake until everywhere is evenly covered. I'll do this repeatedly until everywhere is covered. Then I'll begin to smooth out the cake as usual. Here I'll be applying the buttercream in generous amounts, as I have said. At this stage, you do not want to minimize your buttercream. It's okay to put a little bit excess. When you are smoothing out with the smoothener, you could remove the excess by running your smoothener over the cake. As you can see here, I'm almost done. We're covering the entire cake, but there's still little holes and little openings. I'll just go over the cake one more time to just check any areas that are not nicely covered. Once I figure out those areas, I'll reapply buttercream and then begin to smooth out the cake, as you could see in this video. I was about to start smoothing out the cake, and then I saw an opening. So I'll go around with the buttercream until I'm satisfied with every area being covered. Then I'll begin to smoothen it out using the smoothener. And while smoothing, if I encounter any uneven spaces, I'll refill more buttercream and continue to smoothen out the cake. I'll repeat this process for as many times as I would see uneven areas on the cake until I get a perfect finish. So while smoothing, all you need to do is to keep repeating the process so long as you encounter pockets or openings. And I sure encountered a lot of openings on this particular cake. So you would repeat this process until everywhere is evenly smoothened out. I'll slightly now hold on to my smoothener and then roll the board, and we're almost there. It's looking perfect already. It's looking perfect already. And then I'll go around one more time and we will be done with this stage. So this is good enough. The next stage will be to smoothen up the top and also remove the excess buttercream on the top of the cake. At this stage, you be careful not to scrape too much of the buttercream, because if you scrape too much, you end up taking too much of buttercream from the top, and the cake would not look leveled. So you try as much as possible to lightly scrape off little at a time to get the perfect finish. You repeat the process as many times as you need to until you have gotten a very leveled cake top. The cake is gradually taking shape from the top, but I still need to do some leveling for it to come out even. So I'm going around it to check out the uneven areas so that I will smoothen it out. While I was trying to do that, I mistakenly scraped the side of the cake. But that's fine because it can be fixed. So in areas where you would see openings, all you need to do is to replace a little bit of buttercream and then continue smoothing out the top. So as you can see, that was where the palette knife brushed over the cake. I'll be using the flowers now. For this cake, I'll be using red and orange flowers for this cake design. And the combo is really pretty. The combo of red and orange flowers are really pretty, if you would agree with me, because this cake is looking really gorgeous already and I'm not yet done. So the next stage is to do some textured design around the cake using my palette knife. I'll texture the cake with this design until I go around the entire cake with it. And this design is it's really easy, straightforward, and it always comes out so beautiful. So for this design, I don't know what to call it. Could it be some buttercream leaves or some buttercream flowers? I don't know what to call it, but I really like this design. It's always one of my easy go-to designs anytime I cannot think of something to make. It's something I could easily think of, and it's always easy to go. If you're still watching, guys, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment where you're watching from. Let me also know what next you would want me to, what cake design you would want me to decorate next, so that I would work towards doing that. And if there are any questions you have, please drop them in the comment section, and I'll be really happy to answer them. Let me also know what you've learned so far and what else you would want to learn. And guys, I'll be happy and glad to answer all your questions. So for this process, it's not something you would want to rush. You just need to take your time and do it. As you could see here, I'm almost done going around the entire cake. And guys, I'm almost done with this stage. You could tell it's looking pretty already. At this point, I can actually leave it like this, but we're not done yet. I still need to add a little bling, a little dazzle, a little cuteness. And so I'm going on and adding up some sugar pearls, some silver sugar pearls, just to pop and make the cake look pretty. And your cake can never be overdressed with some sugar pearls. I always love them. They add this beautiful look to your cakes, and it's always a delight using them on a cake. So I'll lightly go around the cake with some sugar pearls. And then that will be all for this cake designing technique. But I hope you love the design. I hope you'll be trying it soon, because it's easy, it's straightforward, and it's something I would encourage you to try, because this is really easy. So guys, if you're still watching, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment where you're watching from. Also, let me know what kind of cake you would want me to make next. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer all of them. And guys, I'm just dropping off some sugar balls on top of the cake just to finish up the look, just to give it a little bit uniform look from top to bottom. And I know you can tell already that this cake looks cute, because we're already 98% done. And it looks really cute already. So guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.